To start your journey, we need to establish a reference point, and that's what the purpose of this setup document is. So you'll see on the first page there is the macro look. It's really quite straightforward in terms of the information you're needing to put there. And so just to reiterate, it's just so we've got a starting point of where we know where we are when we start the program. The second part of the first page, micro look, this probably needs a little bit more of an explanation. This is very much where we're needing to identify your core offerings without getting bogged down into detail. You may have just one, but have limited the total number of the core offerings to 5. As you will see later on, the simpler your offering, the clearer it is, and the easier it becomes for others to understand. So there's no problem if you have a single offering. If this section, in this section, name these core offerings. If you're struggling with the naming, just think from your customer's perspective of how they would be viewing the offering that you got them. Quite simply stipulate the sort of average price you've got that for offering, and then a little mini budget, what you expect to sell those core offerings in quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a total over there. So that's all pretty much straightforward. If you get down to the second page, the second page is called What Else? Pretty much self-explanatory. What else are you needing to achieve in quarter 1 besides those financials or those results? This information we're needing for the tracker. So what other media assets do you have? So certainly LinkedIn, how many connections? If you have an email database, how big is that database at the moment? And you may have some other stuff that you're actively working on in your business, whether it's maybe Instagram or Facebook, and what type of connections or followers you have with that. So if you have that, just fill in that information there. Very important here, what could get in the way of you undertaking your LinkedIn Maximizer program. And here's just some general information so I've got a better understanding of who you are. Hopefully that all makes sense. The LMP is pretty much like joining the gym. You can enroll, you can start with the fizz, and then you can get distracted, only to later cancel your membership because clearly the gym is not working out for you. Or the alternative is you can commit to a behavioral change together with a good dose of self-discipline to ensure that you have success within a few months. The LinkedIn Maximizer program is pretty much like committing to the gym. The online portion of the program is made up of 11 modules. You can undertake these at any time that it suits you, although it is better not to rush them. Rather, take the instructions or follow the instructions that I give you when to do the next module. The 8 training or the one-on-one sessions that you will engage directly with myself, as well as the tracker documents, have been designed to ensure that you have a system in place to perpetuate your LinkedIn lead generation after the LMP is complete. Let's have a quick look at the modules. Module 1 is very much about orientation of the program, and we're needing to get some basic details from you. And I will talk about the bonus in a few seconds. Module 2, we take a deeper dive into your business. Obviously, the module goes far deeper than lead generation. We need to understand something about your basic business model and priorities around how you're going to be managing that. Module 3 discusses your niche. Many people are now aware that identifying your niche is super critical, and from a marketing and servicing perspective, but the reality is most businesses are undifferentiated in terms of the niche selection. Module 4 is the start of us getting into your LinkedIn account and ensuring that it's correctly set up, as well as that your profile is fully optimized. Module 5 gives you a complete rundown of your tracker documents. This document is how we systemize and manage your LinkedIn. Module 6 is where the action starts of you creating powerful messages that your connections will resonate with at the time that they need them. Module 7, it covers passive marketing. That is your marketing initiatives that do not have an immediate calls to action, but are consumed passively by your audience. Module 8, by now, you'll be getting some engagement with the connections, likely some strange responses as well. So we will be addressing those in Module 8. Module 9 digs into how you can effectively manage your qualification process. This is important because we are all time poor, and we would all like to achieve more, but simply don't have enough time to deliver. Module 10 establishes a formal sales conversion process. This will be useful for your business full stop, not in just for the LMP program. Module 11 is a final training module and addresses the systemization and the scaling methodology of either outsourcing or delegating some of the grunt work that is involved with you managing your LinkedIn accounts. To reiterate, LMP is far more than a LinkedIn lead generation program, because we have absolutely committed to achieving your success. We have included an additional bonus, and that bonus is this thing over here, which I'm just showing you just a little snippet from the brochure. The bonus is the sales development program that we are making available to you after you have completed the 12-week period. The STP, we normally sell that for $540 plus GST, and it's a combination of the behavioral extended disc paired with the sales competency assessment. It is really fundamental for anybody in the sales game to do this. It'll give you a very clear indication in terms of your strengths and weaknesses, and where you should be working to improve that, and where you should be working to maximize on your natural strengths, and also helping you with reading, identifying how you're going to be communicating with your other sales prospects and your customers. So let's get into it.